What is up? 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 What is up, Grocknation? Welcome back to the arcade this evening for another long-awaited League of Legends whispered gameplay. I know a lot of you have been asking me to post some new gameplay from the brand new 13.4 update, which is what this is right now. League of Legends 2, otherwise known as among the community, because of all the changes. And let me tell you, there's a lot of changes. Before we get started though, guys, if you're lovers of the ASMR whispered gameplay, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to the channel and enjoy this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn those notifications on. So before we really get into the commentary here, guys, I want to give everyone an update on what's going on in Grocknation. I'm not sure if everyone's seen the memo about True Detective. I went a little crazy, and I went clip crazy on my last review, and I made the clips a bit too long for YouTube's liking, and it got copyrighted 2 days later. Normally the golden rule with YouTube clips is if you make a clip any longer than 9 seconds, it could get flagged. And I was making clips up to 14 seconds in that review, so yeah, it's gone. And I deleted all the files, so I can't even edit and re-upload. I won't make that mistake again, but we will be putting episode 3's review out sometime this week, probably Monday or Tuesday, as I'm working Monday to Thursday day shift this week. I actually am not even going to be able to stay up to watch episode 4 tonight. Sorry, that was episode 4, guys, not 3. But just to give everyone a heads up. Secondly, I know people have been waiting for this new Spooky Stories. Something happened. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. Grock splurged. Last night about 2 a.m. I raged and I splurged. I'll put a picture up, a video, or not a picture, of the cheesy green screen I bought on Amazon. It's like a T-bar. I'm not going to bother with the picture. It's like a T-bar. And you hang the green screen over the T-bar. The amount of wrinkles you get by hanging it that way is unbelievably terrible. I'm using a green screen on my cam, as you can see right here. That's actually my old broken green screen rack on the new sheet, because I got a new sheet now. And the box window is literally like an inch. So I tried to make it work for my Spooky Stories. And I think I got about 10 minutes in, I rewatched it, and I was like, oh, this is so stupid. So I splurged, and I bought myself $270 before taxes, a professional green screen setup for professional photography. It's got a nice little rack. You pull up the green screen, guaranteed no wrinkles. So that's going to be in Friday, I believe. It's shipped from Edmonton, so I will be doing that Spooky Stories at some point this coming weekend for sure. I have everything, all the videos and everything all ready to go. But I figured I'd give you guys an update on that before we really dig into this game. I haven't played a lot of League of Legends this season. As you guys can see my win loss up there, which by the way I need to move over a bit. I keep forgetting to do that. It's actually 13 and 12, so this is my 26th game right here. And I think right now I'm 16 and 16 after tonight. I played a little bit tonight. Still not entirely sure what the setups are for these new items. They got rid of a ton of items and they added a ton of new items. monsters. They've changed the map for the first time in over 10 years. This is one of the reasons why everyone in the community is calling this League of Legends 2, much like CSGO 2. My man York, I'm not sure if he gets out here. Oh, he does. This was the first night I'd encountered this little dragon. I didn't even know there was a new dragon character in the game. That's how long it was since I played last. Towards the end of last split, I think the last week in November, I gave up for the split. Decided to take a break because I was so stuck in silver. I couldn't get out of 500. I just couldn't reach 500. At the end, I was like, this is so frustrating. So my friend Marcus, who's an Ascendant, or Emerald, sorry, was like, you know, I'm done ranked for the year, or the split on my account. So if you want, I can take your account and just play on there ranked and maybe just get you to gold at least so you can play silver. And I said, great. He got stuck in the exact same level I was stuck in. And he was one of the ones that always lectured me about how, you know, there's no such thing as bad lobbies and bad elo and bad queues. And that experience made him a believer. He told me, I've never played with so many people that just don't want to win. And they just have no game sense and there's no desire to win whatsoever. I told him I know, I've been dealing with it. I think he gets upset I got the kill there, but yeah, see, he might have got away though. This season, I'm running Shaco and Vi as my mains. Last season I went a little too crazy and I had like eight junglers I was using. I think that was a problem. But one of the things I was just going to point out that I've been doing is I'm not going to worry about if I'm stealing a kill or not this season. So many times last season, I worried about that and players got away. What would have been an easy kill, a for sure kill, I tried to give to the laner and they got away. So this season I'm not doing that. I'm being shameless about it. I don't care. So I'm always about feeding my laners if possible, but a situation like that, I'm not taking any chances. But yeah, this whole game is like, it's really changed. Like, item-wise, there's no more legendary items or mythic items. Legendary, sorry. No, mythic, my bad. These are new, if you guys have never seen these. These are called Void Grubs. You get 2 sets of them before the Rift Herald shows up. And then there's 3 variants of the Baron that also come, that change things, and they change the shape of this pit. It's crazy the amount they changed. So harvesting these guys, you can get up to 6. Spawns these little voidlings that fall from them. And it helps laners out attacking towers. I really, as of right now, maybe it'll change as the season goes on, I really don't like dying for them. I really find it pointless. Because I've died for them a lot, especially as Shaco. They're hard to do by yourself as Shaco without your ult. And for me, it's more of a hassle and end up dying more times than not trying to get them. And really, personally, I don't think it does nearly as much benefit to helping out the laners as it's supposed to. It was just Riot's way of trying to make more action around that Baron pit during the Rift times. So right now I'm seeing that Evelyn stop. They actually just killed my York, so I'm like, this is a free dragon. You know, it'd be nice if someone could come and help me, but the other changes, you can see the map physically changed in top lane, mid lane, and bot lane. Bot lane is actually a mirror of each other now, whereas it never used to be, which I kind of like as a jungler. And top is so isolated now, it literally has become an island. The easiest lane to gank right now is bot lane, hands down, by a long shot. It's where I spend most of my time, especially as Shaco. Jumping over those walls is so easy. Level 3 gank when you start blue side was a real pleasure. Now I can do it starting to red side as well, so this game's kind of all over the place. But yeah, I knew there was a new mage, Hui or whatever her name is. I didn't know anything about this dragon. I think I seen on X they were promoting a dragon. I thought it was a Team Fighting Tactics character. I didn't know it was an actual League character, so that's like 2 characters they put out a month apart, which I wasn't used to. But like I said, they changed the items, so I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to run with Shaco. I'm going for a full crit this game just because I wanted to mix it up. I've been running the other recommended setups. Up until this particular game, I was like, I want to run a full crit if I can. Nothing's changed from last season. I still take my 1 stupid death per game, as you guys know. And this is it right here. When Samira turned back, we should have turned back as well. I knew we were in trouble when she turned back to fight us, though. I knew she had help. It was amateur hour on my part. Swain got me all caught up in the chase, and I didn't want to leave him hanging. It might have been one of those games where if I would have backed up and he would have died, I would have been getting the dreaded question mark. But yeah, I've been playing more of the finals than I've been playing League of Legends. I've been playing about 2 hours of the finals, and then maybe an hour and a half, about 2 games of this every day. And that's about as much as I can take right now. I will say, you know, I'm 3 weeks away from turning 38. I can't believe that. That's fucking crazy. And I can honestly say, I can feel as I'm getting older that I can't game as much as I used to. I physically can't. Like, I want to, but I can't. I get too worn out from sitting here, and I can't do it. You know, all these other streamers that are in their late 30s, I feel their pain now. As you can see, I'm not fucking around anymore. I'm just gonna, if I get the kill, I get the kill. If I don't, I don't. Great, but I'm not waiting anymore. But yeah, so I can't game for too long. But yeah, the finals has been going great. I'm Platinum 3 in there, almost Plat 2. So I am really enjoying that. This game is, I've been playing this game now for, it'll be 2 years in May. And it still does its job. It's fairly entertaining still, and it's competitive. A lot of friends of mine that don't understand it, they don't understand why I play it. That's kind of like, I didn't mean that time to actually get that kill. I just wanted to slow her down so they can get her, but yeah, I wasn't actually trying to steal that one. The matchmaking so far this season has really been consistent. Consistent in that I'll win 1, lose 1, win 1, lose 1, win 2, lose 2, win 2, lose 1. The next day I'll log in, I'll lose 2, win 1. So I feel like I'm stuck at 500 right now. It's really kind of annoying. But there's all these new items with Shaco, and I really don't know what I should be running, what feels good. Because like I said, there's no more mythic items, so you can build all mythic, the old mythic items as you want, but there are new items that are supposed to complement one another, and I just don't understand these new items yet. there's a new Hydra that all the AD Shakos run. It's called Profane Hydra. I just find it very useless. It's good for your jungle clearing and whatnot, but like in fights, I find there's other items I'd rather have. This Earth Herald's really outing me, isn't he? Oh, he even slapped my ass on the way out. That's why I backed off. I seen evil in there. Oh, I couldn't get that E off. She would have died. There's this little dragon, you know, just playing the last couple days. I kind of understand his abilities now. I see him more than I see the new mage girl. I think mostly because the Yorick saying sorry about the fed Evelyn. I don't think you can be when you got these pink circles around you. Maybe that was this. I was like, what on earth? Why am I not being? And then she showed up and almost killed my ass. But I've been learning more about this dragon from playing him. Because like I said, I think the other one, she gets banned almost every game. It's crazy that Riot put out 2 new champions in the span of a month, though. And Yorick's 0-5 right now. It's looking pretty grim. He's getting fucked up by the little dragon, Smolder, I think its name is. Nice thing about Yorick is he does scale really well. Even if he starts out slow, he can scale. Especially with Hullbreaker, he can be an amazing split laner. So you should never be too worried if your Yorick is behind a bit to start the game, because he's really a late game champion. I don't know if you guys can see on my arcade screen, if you can see to the right of where we're looking, right underneath the Jinx poster, you can actually see the chroma not working well. It's actually flickering. I hate that because it looks cheap. And you guys know I hate things looking cheap. I like things looking really good in every aspect of my stream quality. And yeah, that looks cheap. That's the alt. So I've learned that. I also learned she has a dash, or he has a dash. I'm not sure if it's Smolder is a he or a she, but or them, they. Maybe it's non-binary. You don't know. It is Riot after all. But yeah, you can see the green screen there, and that's how a lot of that video looked for my spooky stories. I just couldn't get it right, and then it looked like my cloak was like transparent as well, so I was pretty disappointed. Right here I'm kind of shocked. I'm like, how are we so far behind that we're about to lose our third turret? And I thought the bot lane was doing pretty well at this point. I wasn't quite sure exactly what happened. So yeah, the plans in the arcade. Let's go over this stuff. I'm going to be doing more reviews for TV shows, movies. I find it very hit or miss. I guess it depends on the popularity of the show or the movie. I can't wait to do House of the Dragon because I'm a massive George R. Martin's fan. I have all of his books. I've read all of his books. And I've watched all the shows, obviously, so that will be fun to watch. Or to review and recap. I just gotta, like I said, I gotta know my limits for the clip durations and what I can post on YouTube and whatnot. I just found it very disappointing that it took 2 full days later before it deleted it. You know, I feel bad for My True Detective fans that maybe didn't get a chance. review/recap. I think I get a turret kill, yeah. Because the other one was really popular. True Detective is one of those shows where there's a lot of water cooler talk and that people like to, discuss theories, and, that's the kind of community I want for those videos. People to discuss theories and reasons and all sorts of things when it comes to these shows. Because I like to engage in that kind of stuff. I do it all the time at work with my friend Dave, because we're both big TV people. So right now we're going classic. I picked up Infinity Edge Sword and the Collector. I'm going a full crit build here, and with this setup alone I should 2 to 3 shot most of these squishy champions. One of the reasons why I picked it is there's so many squishy champions on the enemy team, it's really a no-brainer for an AD Shaco build. I'm finding this season that AD Shaco, I'm having more success with him than I am AD Shaco. Sorry, AP Shaco. Last season it was AP Shaco that I had a lot of success on, but look at that damage. And then the Collector killed him. Yeah, AP Shaco was definitely the Shaco to play last season for me. I thought he was so fun, but not so much this season. They changed a lot of the items. I think maybe that's why. But I just ran a game where I played a AP Shaco, and it's not nearly as good as it used to be. I kind of did it out of necessity. I had no choice. Here I'm having a run for my life. My whole team's dead here. I got no wards, so I'll lay out box. That dragon's about to come up, so. My friend Marcus hates the jungle because he says all you're doing is farming. I find that to be true with the laners as well, though, pretty much. But yeah, I'm very, very, very happy with what happened to Marcus, if I'm being completely honest. Because, I've always said, this is a game where you're only as good as your weakest link, You could have great games, but I mean, if you're not, you're on a team that's not performing, no matter how hard you carry, you likely are going to lose regardless. And, I was really curious to see how Marcus would do in my elo, being at such a high level. And he had great games. He played his ADC role on my account. And, yeah, it was all S games. I actually got a bunch of Misfortune S tokens now because of him, and, no matter how good he did, you're only as good as your team, and I think at the end he was only winning 60% of his games. And, he finished in a 3-game losing streak while getting team MVP for all 3 games. And then he just stopped, and I laughed, and I kind of asked him, a few days later what happened, and he told me he was done. Right here, I'm just trying to see if I can still solo Baron. I heard you couldn't anymore. They kind of buffed these Barons. And yeah, I definitely can't. With this amount of AD damage and these items, last split I would have been able to solo that Baron. Can't do it anymore. You'll notice that the buffs actually have changed. I should have touched on that. You'll see right here. They're voided, I guess, is the theme of this split. So what it is basically the same buffs with little extra add-ons, like that one, same as the old blue buff. But now you can recall quicker. Not as quick as like a Rift Herald buff, but. And the big main thing about those buffs is everybody gets them. And I think that was Riot's way of making it so that people don't steal the jungler's jungle late game, which is very, very common. They'll want that buff for themselves, so they'll steal it. There's one of those new items I'm talking about. They'll want that buff, so they'll steal it for themselves. And, you know, at that time, I don't care about the buff so much. I'm trying to make money to get more items, and so now they won't bother because they're going to get the buff as well. It's like any other monster buff. As long as they're alive, they'll receive the buff. So that was a really good change for Riot. It's even more important now to steal the enemy buffs because you don't want them to get those buffs. That was a really, really, really sneaky ult. I ulted right over top of him basically, and then I used the collector to kill Evelyn. So it was a really great game. I'm sorry about the audio, guys, if you guys can hear the loud clicking in the game. I didn't turn my filter off, which I usually do for League of Legends, because otherwise you'll hear the keyboard clicking. And I tried to turn the volume down so you guys couldn't hear it. Hopefully you guys can't. So one thing, you know, when you're playing Shaco, a lot of people don't realize if they never play Shaco. They wonder why you bail and why you don't help them in like a 2v1. Or it's because Shaco is so goddamn squishy. It's almost as if I'm not there. It's almost as if it's a 1v1 anyway. And you're likely going to just feed that player another kill. So, yeah, he's a burst assassin. You jump on people, you blow them up, and you get the hell out. Or you jump on them, you attempt to blow them up, and you get the hell out. So this was a mistake I made, my second one of the game. I ran right into two other players. There was nowhere for me to go. Now there's a new item called the Brutalizer. It's like the Serratic Dirk for this item. It's better than a Serratic Dirk, which is why it's 1300, but York saying GG. He figures it's over. But my team has something to say about that. Yeah, this is one of those strange games where I'm like, what the hell is going on? How is this so back and forth? I don't understand. And AD Shaco isn't a scaling champion. You max out with him and everyone else is better than you towards the end. AP Shaco, have you seen me ghosted? AP Shaco, however, does scale quite good, so I'm kind of concerned right here that I'm going to get outscaled here and be useless to this demon right now. Me and the bot lane basically are the entire team, so there's a lot of weight on the shoulders, I guess you could say. I am giving the the arcade a break. If you guys are wondering why I went with a green screen arcade, I'm giving it a break. It runs pretty much all year round. Everything's LED, so it's gonna last a long time. The oldest arcade machine I have is the Street Fighter one. It's 6 years old now, and it still runs like a charm. Of all those machines, the one that's giving me the most problems right now is actually the Mortal Kombat, which is freezing on me once in a while. Eventually it's gonna break. They are all gonna break eventually. I don't think they were meant to run this long, but so once in a while I do like to give my arcade a break. And I'll throw the green screen on and blur it. It looks really clean. And for returning viewers to my streams, they know that's my actual arcade, so she gets the old collector here. There you go, 999. They know it's my arcade, so more people that come into the stream, they don't know that's my actual arcade. They think that's just the background I put on there until they notice the Grockstar logos. I really like that new Edmonton Oilers poster I got. It's like a hard plastic poster, almost like canvas board. It's really, really nice. Just a little something extra I wanted to add to this right there. See, I'm leaving because one hit by one of them, I'm dead. So I think it's GG's here anyway, is what I'm thinking. But I also know that I'm very close to this next item, so before I go back, I'm gonna grab this and then go back. And yeah, this might be the end here actually. Unless everyone's dead. I think everyone's dead. Oh yeah. No, I should not fuck around here. It's so close. But again, I'm just going to get blown up by one of these characters because he's such a squishy character. It's just like when I look at the guy that's calling GG's when we were getting invaded in our base. He's now trying to be the shot caller. All caps, so we all pay attention to him. It's like when I play ADC and I play Mrs. Fortune. She's extremely squishy as well. Squishy and curvy, I always say, Miss Fortune. But I do try to get new posters to kind of make the arcade fresh. Although we're approaching a year that I've had Brianna and Jenna up under the Grockstar sign. It just looks really nice and clean there. Like I said, that was a poster I really loved as a teenager. There's one more poster I was actually going to get that I owned as a teenager, but it's so stupidly overpriced right now, I don't think I'm going to bother. So a lot of these posters, they don't print them anymore, so you have to find old ones on eBay that are pre-owned. Like that's a pre-owned poster. It's actually signed by Brandon Banks and Jenna Jameson from an AVN, which is what's really nice about it, but it's got tack holes. Like someone got it signed and tacked it up on a wall, probably in a dorm room or something. I had a Doug Wade poster, I had to look. They print them actually old school style, and it's really expensive. I could not find a frame for it, and I actually just hung it in my booth at work on my big window, so that's where old Dougie Wade is. There's a really nice Carmen Electra one I had as a 15-year-old I've been looking at as well, but it's not the right size, so I don't think I'm going to bother. It's so funny, you know, when you're a kid and you watch those old movies like Shawshank Redemption, and you know, they got the posters of the Hollywood starlets, the sex symbols of their time, like, you know, Raquel Welch, Farrah Fawcett, you know, Jane Fonda, all of them. You laugh to yourself, you know, like they're so old. But, you know, that's me now. You know, Pam and Carmen Electra. You know, Denise Richards, those two porn stars back there, they're all in their 50s now. And I'm Andy Dufresne in a Shawshank. Don't worry, there's not a hole behind that poster that I'm escaping to. But yeah, it's funny as you get older, you see things like that, and some kid that's 20 now, you know, or 15 right now, when he's 30 years old, 35 years old, he might have like a Billie Eilish poster that he's gonna hang up, you know, when she's in her 40s. And he'll be telling his friends and grandkids or viewers on Twitch or YouTube or whatever that, you know, she was the sex symbol of the time, and that poster was the poster that, you know, everyone had. I don't think Billie Eilish is a sex symbol, though. She's not. Maybe a Miley Cyrus. Billie Eilish is more like artsy, I guess you could say. She's not like that. I love Billie Eilish. Anyway, guys, that is this game. I figured I'd put one out for you guys. Something else other than the True Detective video. It's going to come out tomorrow or the day after. something to tide everybody over in Grocknation and kind of give everyone an update on what's going on in the channel. So with that being said, guys, hope you all have a great day, great night, whatever it may be, and peace out.